She allowed only 1 run over 5 1/3 innings pitched. It'll be Soo-Chin Shaw, a right-hander, has been with the Ports a little over a month. He'll make his second start against the Giants here in tonight's ball game. So coming for the Giants, Shaw for the Stockton Ports here in the opening game of this 6-game set. The Giants behind Dylan Cumming have taken the field here at Excite Ballpark. We'll have the starting lineups for you in just a moment, but first we're going to send things down to the field and tonight's national anthem. Will hit third, Carlos Franco, the catcher and cleanup batter. Miles Naylors, the shortstop, he'll bat fifth. Yeniel Laboy, the DH and 6th place hitter. Pedro Pineda out in left field is batting 7th. Angel Arevalo is the second baseman hitting 8th. And it's B.J. Cook at third base for Stockton. He'll bat 9th. Soo-Chin Shaw, a right-hander, on the mound for Stockton. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's 65-61 on the year. They'll have Turner Hill lead off in center field this evening. Cole Foster is the shortstop, batting second. Bryce Eldridge is out in right field. He'll hit third. Diego Velasquez drops down to the 4th spot in the order. He's the DH for the Giants. Charlie Zacconi at third base, batting 5th. Quinn McDaniel, the second baseman and 6th place hitter. Luke Schliger doing the catching tonight will bat 7th. Dylan Rosario's at first base hitting 8th. And it's P.J. Hilson out in left field batting 9th. Dylan Cumming is on the mound. 24-year-old right-hander has had a terrific season with the Giants, his first year at the professional level. And he is ready to go to work here tonight as Jonah Cox stands in for the Ports, a right-handed hitter. And the first pitch of the ball game is right in there, a fastball called a strike. We are underway here from Excite Ballpark. Giants and Ports opening up the final week of the regular season. There is strike 2 called with a slider. It's 0-2 to Cox. Beautiful night here in the South Bay. 78 degrees is the game time temperature. Clear skies as a slider swung on and missed, strike 3. And that has so often been the go-to pitch this year for Dylan Cumming. And Jonah Cox waving at it. That one was well off the outside. And Cox strikes out on 3 pitches. So 1 gone, and here is Will Simpson, who is a red-hot hitter. In fact, Simpson was named the California League Player of the Week yesterday. Another right-handed batter. He takes a fastball in for a strike. Simpson, a part of this year's Oakland A's draft class. 15th round pick, takes strike 2 over the outside corner. Simpson batting .337 in his first 23 games with Stockton, includes 9 doubles and 3 home runs. He'll call timeout now. Simpson hit .538 last week. Stockton series against Rancho was 14 for 26. Here a swing and a miss, coming back to the slider. And consecutive 3-pitch strikeouts for Cumming to start the night. Giants defensively, they've got Schliger doing the catching. Rosario's at first, McDaniel at second, Foster the shortstop, and Zacconi's at third. Outfield of Hilson in left, Hill in center, and Eldridge is out in right. Here's Henry Bolte, and he takes a fastball in for strike 1. Nothing but strikes here so far. Dylan Cumming, 2 outs, bases empty. The 0-1 pitch is strike 2 over the outside corner. 8 pitches, all strikes. Struck out the first 2 batters. Now ahead of Bolte, 0-2. Here it is, and that one way outside and low. That would have been pretty cool. It was bidding for the immaculate inning there, Dylan Cumming, which we've actually seen once already this year. Hayden Winya did it. Struck out the side on 9 pitches. Very close here for Cumming. Now the 1-2, and it swung on and missed. Strike 3. Not quite immaculate, but pretty close. 10-pitch inning. Dylan Cumming strikes out the side. To the bottom of the first, it's Stockton 0, and the Giants coming up. Playoff tickets now at sjgiants.com. Carlos Franco leading off here in the second. Takes ball 1 inside from Dylan Cumming. 0-0 here. The opening game of this series as Franco swings, lines one to right, but right at Eldridge. Over to his right, maybe just 2 steps. He makes the catch. So the first ball put in play by a Stockton hitter tonight. Cumming struck out the side in the first on only 10 pitches. Got 3 swinging strikeouts. Now with 1 gone, he'll face Miles Naylor. 18-year-old shortstop. Was a supplemental first-round pick of the A's this year. Takes inside from Cumming, ball 1. Naylor has showed off some power, 4 homers in his first 26 games. The average, though, just 183 as he swings, chops it to third, fielding the hop Zacconi, and a long throw across to first, right on the money. Gets Naylor by a couple of steps. Out number 2. Here's Yenyo Leboy, the Port's DH. 181 average in his 43 games. Giants, this is their 25th game of the season against Stockton. As Cumming on the mound drops the baseball, and hey, I think a heads-up play there from Luke Schliger. Cumming had to go off to the third base side of the mound to go pick up the ball, and that clock was quickly winding down, so Schliger said, I know what, I'm going to use a mound visit, which stops the clock. Now we're all ready, and the first pitch to Leboy, a fastball strike, 92 on the fastball there from Cumming. Cumming working very quickly here, the 0-1, a swing and a line drive, base hit into center field. Leboy waited back on that one, and it's the first Stockton base runner of the night. Brings up Pedro Pineda. Been kind of a quirky schedule this year in terms of these Giants-Ports matchups. 24 previous meetings coming into tonight, and 18 of those have been at Banner Island Ballpark. First pitch to Pineda. He swings and grounds it to third on a backhand. It's off the glove of Zacconi as the ball kicks in front of him a few feet. And everyone will be safe. That'll be an error on the Giants' third baseman. Zacconi was basically hit right at him, reaching down across his body on a low backhand, and it kicked right off his glove.
Batting it, the second baseman, number 1, Angel Arevalo.
So a hit and an error. And now Stockton with 2 on, 2 out for Angel Arevalo. Arevalo, Port's second baseman, hitting 193 in his 18 games. First pitch from Cumming, and Arevalo swings and misses for strike 1. The season series is all knotted up. 12 wins for the Giants, 12 wins for Stockton. Well, it's definitely been the home team that has had the upper hand. Giants hope that continues this week. Here's a swing and a miss, strike 2. Stockton's only previous visit here to Excite Ballpark was that long homestand the Giants had coming out of the All-Star break mid-late July. And the Giants, they really had their way with Stockton that week. Won 5 out of 6. 0-2. That's outside for a ball. Different story, though, when these teams met at Banner Island Ballpark. For all of those 18 games, Stockton won 2 of the 3 series. The most recent matchup was a series split last month. 1-2, and that's in the dirt, a slider. 2-2 now to Arevalo. So we'll see if that trend holds for one more week, where the home team definitely has the edge. Giants hoping that's the case. Trying to turn it back around here this final week of the regular season. 2 on, 2 out, and now time called coming through the pitch, and apparently the clock ran out. Home plate umpire tonight, Tim Barreras, went running away there. So that's an automatic ball. 3-2 to Arevalo. Now the runners get a head start. Cumming set, he delivers, and a slider is high. Ball 4. Left that one up above the zone. It's a walk, and now the bases are loaded. So Extra pitches having to be thrown here by Dylan Cumming after the error that should have ended the inning. Now Stockton has them loaded up with 2 down for their 9th place hitter, B.J. Cook. Cook's been with the Ports all season long. Right-handed batter takes a fastball high. Cook's only hitting 184 this year in his 320 at-bats. 1 home run as he swings and lines one foul down the right side and slicing out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ports trying to take the early lead. Cumming trying to strand the bases loaded. Cumming's now working out of the windup. And his 1-1 to Cook is outside. A slider well off the plate. Cumming got 2 very quick outs. 2 outs on 4 pitches to start this inning. But a single, an error, and a walk. Now the base is loaded. 2-1 pitch. And there's a called strike with a belt high fastball. 2-2 to Cook. Giants have the center fielder Hill shaded well towards right center. The 2-2 delivery, a swing and a bouncer back to Cumming. Reaches up high to glove it and makes an underhand flip over to first to get the out. The inning is over. It could have been a tricky play had it gotten over Cummings' head, but took matters into his own hands. A spectacular fireworks show to follow the game. Jonah Cox swings and misses. First pitch from Dylan Cumming here in the 3rd inning. Cox's dropped fly ball out in deep left center that helped the Giants score a run last inning as he swings here, chops it to short. Backing up on it is Foster. He'll glove it, makes a hurried throw to first on a hop, but dug out by Rosario, and it's in time to get Cox for out number 1. Well, Foster had to wait back on that. Cox can run going down the line. So Foster had it in his mind that he needed to get rid of that ball as quickly as possible. Didn't really get his legs into that throw. Simpson now swings at the first pitch. Bounces it foul, strike 1. Well, he did bounce it. It was on line. And Rosario was able to take care of the rest. The Giants got the out. Now a check swing at a slider. No swing on the appeal. 1 ball, 1 strike. As it stands right now, looks like this will be Dylan Cummings' final start of the regular season. The Giants have been using a 5-man rotation all year. As that one a swing, a ground ball into the hole at short on a backhand. Foster has it. Long throw across his body to first is offline. And Simpson is safe. And that'll be a hit. But it had to have been absolutely perfect to have a shot maybe there at getting Simpson. Foster going well to his right. A hard hit ground ball. Another play where just had to try and get rid of it as quickly as he could, throwing it across his body. And so a 1 out infield a hit will bring up Henry Bolte, who swings and chops one to third. A late high hop. Zacconi stays with it, goes to second. The out there over to first, not in time. Do cut down the lead runner, and a nice play from Zacconi. That last hop came up on him, but he handled it perfectly. So now 2 outs with Bolte, who is a stolen base threat, over at first. And here's Carlos Franco. So all year long we've seen whoever starts the first game of these series on the Tuesday then also comes back to start on Sunday in the final game. That's not going to be the case, though, it would appear this week, as Franco takes a strike. Giants have the playoffs to look forward to next week. And the listed starting rotation for the Giants in this series has the old TBA listed for Sunday. Here is a called strike with a slider, and it's 0-2. So that would lend you to believe that Giants are not going to have Cumming pitch to keep him rested and ready to go for the playoffs. Here's a swing and a foul. Bounced back behind home. Also of note, the Giants do not have Manuel Mercedes listed as a starting pitcher in this series. Mercedes pitched to the Giants' last game on Sunday in Lake Elsinore. Mercedes and Cumming, obviously two great options for the Giants to start games in that divisional round. Here's a slider, strike three called right over the inside corner. Franco doesn't agree. Rung up by Tim Barreras, and that's 4 strikeouts through 3 scoreless innings for Dylan Cumming. Pitches to get through those 3 innings. Faces Miles Naylor here to begin the 4th, and a first pitch fastball called a strike, 91 right over the outside corner. Naylor grounded out his first time up. Here's Cummings' pitch and a slider outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So a de facto playoff series in Fresno this week. Same deal in San Bernardino with Inland Empire hosting Lake Elsinore. 1-1 pitch is high, with the 66ers getting swept by Modesto. That has now become a very tight race in the South Division. 2-1, a swing, little looper over the head of McDaniel at second, and out into shallow center, a base hit. Naylor got that off the end of the bat, but able to dump it into shallow center. And the first time tonight, the Ports have gotten the leadoff man on in an inning. Bring up Lavoie. It was looking like through much of the second half that Fresno in the north and Inland Empire in the south might win their respective division crowns relatively easily. Just kind of cruise to the finish. No longer the case as Lavoie swings and misses at a high fastball. Fresno's lead is only 1 game, and Inland Empire's lead is now only 1 game. 0-1 pitch, foul straight back. A couple of challenge fastballs there from Cumming. So you've got those 2 series that'll be going on, which will determine a couple of division winners. Then you've got the Giants here, and you've got Rancho. They're hosting Visalia this week. As the pitch to Lavoie, a swing and a pop-up. Out beyond second base, just a couple of steps onto the outfield grass goes Foster, and he'll make the catch. Nice pitch there from Cumming. Had him off balance. Where they've done away with the first round buys in the playoffs, but it's kind of like the Giants here and the Quakes who won the first half in the South. I mean, they're getting their tune-up series in this week. No playoff implications for either of those matchups as Pineda takes a ball high. It will be a fascinating final week of the regular season. You're in the California League. See how it all shakes out. There's a pitch low and away, and it's 2-0 to Pineda. And as we take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, the first time tonight, the Modesto Nuts, they've jumped out early and scored twice in the top of the first inning. As Cumming turns and throws to first. Naylor back in easily. And Modesto has a 2-0 lead in that game. The bottom of the second, Darren Bowen, the Nut starter. Barbosa going for Fresno. 2-0 pitch is low. So 3-0 now to Pineda. Grizzlies have it set up where their ace and pitcher of the year candidate Michael Prosecki, he's scheduled to start tomorrow night, game 2 of the series. 3-0 pitch and a strike. That one just does catch the outside corner to Pineda. So early lead there for Modesto. Meanwhile, in San Bernardino, 1-1 is the score there. The Sixers and the Storm, they're also in the bottom of the second. 3-1 pitch, a swing and a line drive base hit out into right center. Naylor takes the turn at second, but he'll put on the brakes as Eldridge is up with it. Nice piece of hitting there from Pineda going the other way, taking advantage of the big hole between first and second. The second hit of the inning. And now 2 on with 1 out for Arevalo. Arevalo drew a walk his first time up, the only walk issued thus far by Cumming. Cumming does get a lot of ground balls. He'll look for one here that could get him out of the inning. Delivers, and a check swing, but a called strike right there at the knees with the sinker. Below hitting 193 in his 19 games in a Stockton uniform. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, waving at that slider. And Cumming quickly ahead now, 0-2. Stockton out hitting the Giants in this game 4-1, but it is the Giants still with a 1-0 lead. 0-2, swing and a miss, struck him out. Again, Cumming took a little something off. And he strikes out Arevalo on 3 pitches. Cummings' 5th strikeout. So now with 2 down, here's B.J. Cook. Cook was up in the 2nd inning with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And was retired on a comebacker. Gets another opportunity here in the 4th, 2 on. And he takes a slider strike over the outside corner. Can Cumming escape again? Facing these hitters at the bottom part of the Ports lineup. 0-1, and that slider low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Beautiful night here in San Jose. Clear night, sun is setting. And the lights are now on here at the ballpark. Cumming sets at the belt, and the 1-1 is strike 2, a 3rd slider in a row here to Cook. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. That was pitch number 55 on the night for Dylan Cumming, trying to work around a couple of singles here in this top of the 4th. He comes set, and the 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Another slider. He gets Cook, and the strikeout ends the inning. Make it 6 strikeouts for Cumming in 4 scoreless innings. 5th inning, 3-0. Giants in front. Dylan Cumming will face the top of the order. Jonah Cox bats for Stockton. Takes ball 1, high and away. So this starts the 3rd trip through the order for Cumming. 5 innings is usually the limit for Giants starting pitchers. As Cox swings, lines it to right. Eldridge, though, there in a step, and he'll make the catch. One of the few hard-hit balls from a Ports batter tonight, but still into an out. Although we have seen Cumming on a few occasions go more than 5. He did throw 5 1/3 innings following a Joe Ross rehab start last week. Simpson now swings and fouls it back. And he had the one outing a couple of homestands ago against Fresno, where he pitched 6 innings, the only Giants pitcher all year to complete 6 innings in an outing. But usually 5 is the most we see from Giants starters. 0-1 is low and away, so if that holds true, this would be it for Cumming. 1 down, bases empty. The 1-1 is inside, ball 2. Been a great year for Cumming. His first season as a professional, he signed with the San Francisco Giants back in February. Simpson fouls one out of play to the right. Went undrafted out of Liberty. Cumming thought he'd be going the independent league route this year, but inked a deal with the Giants. He's been with San Jose the entire season. 2-2 is inside, a slider, full count. And there's no question he's been one of the Giants' most valuable pitchers. He's worked in a number of different roles, and whatever role he's been in, he's had success. 3-2 is ball 4. Went back to the slider, just missed. A little high, maybe inside. And that's Cumming's second walk tonight.
Right fielder Henry Bolte.
We'll get Bolte to the plate with a runner on at first. I mean, Cumming throughout much of the first half, he was often in a late inning role for the Giants. He, in fact, still leads the team with 6 saves. Here's a swing and a foul lined just past the Giants' dugout. Giants have never really had just one set closer, or even maybe just 2 guys. It's been closer by committee, and Cumming was often a really good option for the Giants in a lot of big games in the first half as the club was marching towards that division title. Continued to pitch out of the bullpen until the All-Star break, and it was coming out of the All-Star break in mid-July that he moved into the rotation. 0-1 to Bolte, and strike two with a slider over the inside corner. If Cumming completes this inning, he'll be right at 90 innings pitched for the year. Came in with a 2.75 earned run average as Bolte swings, hits a high fly ball out to center. Turner Hill coming in. I think he lost it momentarily, but it's right at him. Finds it eventually and makes the catch. Tough time of the night. Talk about it often. It's 5 or 10 minutes of twilight here at Excite Ballpark. But Hill hanging in on that one. So 2 outs with the runner still at first, and here's Carlos Franco. I mentioned this earlier, but this could very well be Dylan Cummings' final appearance of the regular season. As Franco takes a strike, quick throw down to first from Schliger, but back standing Simpson. I guess not outside the realm of possibility that maybe he could come in later in the week and get a little work in. We'll see what happens with Cumming. The 0-1 is strike two called. May depend on what the plan is for a possible starting assignment in that division series. Obviously, Dylan Cumming is a strong candidate for that role. Here's a swing and a bounding ball to second. McDaniel shaded up the middle, right there to glove it. He'll just take it himself the short way, steps on the base, and the force out there on Simpson will retire the side. 5 shutout innings from Dylan Cumming here tonight in San Jose. Bottom of the 5th coming up with the Giants.